Right, I'm now riding what used to be the mountain bike trails up here in these woods. So I've just came down from up the top of the woods there, following down here. And where I was saying about tree stumps being put in the ground, it's these here. They're being put in along the way, along the route that the trails used to follow. So there's a few of them further up the top there, where the natural line to ride is. And they've also been added in the bottom section. So as you can see here, nice line through the trees here, and these stumps have been put in. That was to stop the mountain bikes coming through. So going back a number of years, I have rode bikes up in these woods for as long as I can remember. Early mountain bikes, hard rigid ones, BMXs, old rally grifter, if you remember those. Show me age now. But yeah, I used to ride all sorts up here, especially down this end of the woods. And then a number of years ago, a bike shop opened up nearby, and along with that came these cycle trails, which were built, I believe, along with the National Trust, with their permission. A series of small trails come from the top of the woods down to the bottom here. And if you search on YouTube, you'll find Penshaw Bike Fest, which was a downhill racing event held from Penshaw Monument down into these woods. Yeah, so the trails were here for a good number of years. All the correct signage was up, contacts for emergency services, grid references for emergency services to get here. Also warnings on the main footpath through the woods, just for anybody walking, that to make them know that bikes were present, and to keep an eye out for cyclists passing the main path, and all was good. Unfortunately, after a while, a lot of individuals decided to start hacking down trees, expanding the trails into places that weren't allowed, and also a huge amount of litter and rubbish was getting left down this end of the woods. There were a number of other issues, and some people taking it upon themselves to leave traps for the mountain bikes, wires across, nails in the ground, things like that. There's also rumour I have from somebody within the National Trust that the guy who gave the go-ahead of the trails had done so without full permission. So there's a number of stories, but in the end these trails got removed. I think the main thing it comes down to was possibly some bad behaviour and the hacking down of trees and things in what is a National Trust woodland. So unfortunately now when you come into these woods, there are signs up all over the place saying no cycling. It also has no cycling written up on next to Penshaw Monument and all the access to this whole area. So at the moment I'm actually breaking the rules. I shouldn't be up here on a bike, which is crazy, because I've rode around here loads of times. I've never had anybody complain. I'm always courteous to people walking by, and that's the way it should be. And unfortunately, if it had been like that from the start when the trails were here, we wouldn't be in the situation now where the biking's officially not allowed in these woods. So please, if you're a trail builder out there, I know a lot of people who watch mountain biking videos into building their own trails in bits of woodland and things like that. Just please do it with a bit of common sense. Don't go destroying stuff and getting mountain bikers a bad name, because unfortunately the trails will get removed and the old no cycling signs will be springing up all over the place and will not be welcome to ride in these woodlands. Didn't intend this being a bit of a rant video, but it's a message I think is very fitting. Well, I'm going to hang out here for a bit, maybe session this little jump and then head for a ride somewhere else.